6 months ago, I found this house. It was forgotten, a little broken, and full of stories I could only guess at. But something about it just felt right, even though I had no idea what was ahead.
I finally closed on it. It was not easy to get here, but today I'm going to tell you how we got here and what my vision is for this historic 100-year-old home. I'm so excited for this new project, and I'm going to be organized about it. I'm going to bring you guys along with me for each of the steps of the renovation. I'm going to do like episodes. It's going to be a series, okay? This is episode number 1. This is just kind of like the design vision, the story of how this happened. And I'm going to show you my inspiration. I'm going to give you a walkthrough. I'm going to show you all the rooms, what my plans are. We're going to go for some color palettes, some design inspo. So stay tuned. If you are not subscribed, make sure you're subscribed so you don't miss any upcoming videos. This house has been sitting vacant for years. It's been abandoned, neglected. There are trees growing out of the pool. So there's a lot of work that needs to be done, but there's something so special about this house. And one of the things that I love doing is taking homes that are abandoned or neglected and overlooked and breathing a new life into them and making my vision become a reality and just loving something that has been so neglected and overlooked for so long. There's a skylight in this kitchen and it's giving me life right now. Okay, so the first big hiccup we ran into was there was a buried oil tank. And if you've ever tried to purchase a home with a buried oil tank, you know it is super risky. And our attorneys definitely recommended we do not close on this house until that oil tank is removed. So if you're looking at a home that has a buried oil tank, make sure that that oil tank is taken out before you even take control of the property, because you don't want a buried oil tank associated with your name because it becomes an environmental hazard. If there's a spill, which there was here, there was like a pinhole leak that had been leaking for at least 17 years. We got the soil age dated, and just like the top layer of soil said that it had been leaking for at least 17 years. So even a pinhole leak can do a lot of damage. And once there is oil in the ground, it becomes a state issue, an environmental issue. There's a lot of people involved on the state level. So it's a big deal, and these jobs can get like upwards of like $100,000. We found this amazing like excavating company guy to come take it out. We had to pay for the excavation out of pocket. Insurance wouldn't get involved until they knew that there was a leak or not. So we paid for the oil tank to be excavated and removed, which was like, I think like $1,400. And then after that, there was proof that there was a leak, insurance covered the rest of it. We did that work before we even owned the home. We also ended up getting the home winterized because it had not been winterized. We were going into winter. The homeowner, she was not going to pay for that. There was already one broken pipe. So we had paid to fix the one broken pipe. We paid for a plumber to come out and winterize the house. So at this point, with the inspection and all that kind of stuff, we've probably spent about $5,000 to $6,000 out of pocket before we even closed on the home. That's how much we love this house. But this house just feels right. There's a feel to it, and it spoke to us, and we just knew that it was going to be our next love and our next project. I've had a couple people criticize me for owning multiple investment properties. Now, I just want to address that a little bit. The properties that I buy are abandoned. They've sat vacant for years. They've been in foreclosure. They've been in the land bank. They've been neglected. Then nobody has wanted them. For years, other people have had the opportunity of buying the homes that I invest in, and they haven't. So it's the case of if they wanted to, they would, but they didn't. So I did. And no matter if you're investing in properties for short-term rentals, long-term rentals, whatever you want to do, that's your business. But investing in real estate is a great way to build your assets, to secure your financial future. And if you're like me and you love doing interior design and you love fixing up old homes and breathing life into them, it's a great way for you to build your future, save for your future in an actual physical asset. Companies like, I don't even want to say their name on here because I'm going to get banned, but large companies who buy up large amounts of real estate those are the companies you need to worry about. Like the companies that own 400,000 or 500,000 units in homes, those are the people that you need to be concerned about, not people who own 2 to 3 properties, who are loving them and fixing them up and being involved in the community and providing a safe, clean, cozy, beautiful place for others to enjoy. All right, let's get to the walkthrough, shall we?
Let's start in the kitchen. The layout is a little bit weird, but it's because the gas lines are where they are, so it kind of has to be this way. I'm definitely going to be removing that random upper cabinet and the massive microwave and replacing these with floating shelves. I also want to replace the ballast lights with fun sculptural fixtures and then make some cute cafe curtains for all of the windows. The laminate countertops are in okay condition, not the best, so I want to DIY either a fun tiled countertop on top of it or possibly do a concrete feather coat on top. For color scheme in the kitchen, I want to keep the walls bright and clean and incorporate color into painting the cabinetry. I'm thinking like a fun retro color like a robin's egg blue. For the rest of the house, I really want to create a moody, dark academia vibe. My initial instinct for this dining room is a deep maroon, color drenched with velvet wallpaper and brass candle holders and gold mirrors, but that's maybe a little bit too far, so I'll probably pull back from that a little bit, but I do want to do like a moody vibe in here, and this floating bar thing shelf has got to go. I'm in love with this double archway that leads into the living room. When I first walked into this room, I immediately thought of using Farrow and Ball's Sulking Room Pink. It is an iconic historic color that I haven't had the opportunity to use yet, and I think it would work perfectly in this living room. I love this little chair rail, but I would ultimately love to build a built-in bookcase along this wall. This monster wood-burning fireplace insert has got to come out of there, and I would love to replace it with a gas insert. The mantle itself needs to be stripped. I would love to get it down to a natural wood color, and this fireplace around this wall has this weird orange, like faux Venetian plaster applique, and I'm not really sure how I feel about it just yet.
Now, I'm always a fan of keeping things that are unique and like unique to the home, but I don't really like the color, and I don't really like it doesn't fit with this house. But I mean, it's polished. It looks kind of cool. Do I keep it? Like, I don't think I want to. What do you guys think? Like, let me know.
This is bedroom number 1. I'm guessing it was a little girl's room with the disco ball and the unicorn stringy things. There is quite a bit of water damage in this room under the windows. You can see where the previous owner patched new drywall and where the baseboard paint is peeling off, so we're going to have to tackle that. In this room, I really want to do a statement ceiling. I've always wanted to do a statement ceiling, so here's my chance. The first weird thing about this room is the coolest window in the house is stuck in this closet. And the second weirdest thing about this room is, wait for it, if not now, when? Who knows what the person who lived in this room was going through, but I hope they did what they set out to do. This is bedroom number 2, smaller than the first, but still big enough to fit a king. And this room, I'm thinking like wainscoting or like board and batten and wallpaper, but like super, super moody, like deep hunter greens. At first glance, this room isn't that bad, but holy water damage. Since this house was abandoned and not winterized properly, there are burst pipes everywhere, and due to faulty gutters on the back, the brick on the side of the house stays wet. So I've got my work cut out for me. Now down the hall to the right is the bathroom, and more water damage on the ceiling, but tons of lights, including heat lights and speakers in the vents, which is pretty cool. I also don't know how to feel about this jacuzzi tub. I kind of want to get rid of it, but I also kind of want to get into it. This weird pedestal sink has got to go. It's massive, but also small. I want to find or build something that has more counter space to take up the dead space between the end of the pedestal sink and the toilet. And look, a handy dandy bidet.
They don't really know what to do with themselves. They're on a packing blanket and some towels and Mark's jacket. It's the only thing that will make them settle. We're gonna go, guys, soon. I know, almost. Like 20 minutes, okay? Well, I'm excited. Are you excited? I cannot wait to get in here and clean and paint and redesign. And then we get to the fun part where we decorate, make it look pretty. So So like I said before, I will be doing episodes. This is episode 1. I'm gonna bring you along with me for all of the renovations and all of the decorating and all of the good vibes. So make sure you're subscribed, and I will see you all on the next one. Bye!